everyone. It's just joined. We're going to wait. Oh, I see him. Okay. Oh, we have Shift MS. Hey, Shift MS. Okay. Hey.
Oh,
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you. Good. We got the week to get together. Finally, got the
Oh
stuff right.
my gosh. We need to tell the story of what's happened today.
Yeah. Yeah.
But thank you. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah. No problem.
Definitely. Brilliant. Can't wait to start speaking to you. Okay, so let's tell everyone what happened. So obviously I'm in London, UK,
Yeah.
and you're in America. So you're East Coast, you're Pennsylvania, aren't you?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
It's near Philadelphia.
Yeah. Yeah. About hour and a half. Hour 45 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So if I tell you that I used to be an air hostess for a major airline, so I should know time differences in different countries, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that you're like 5, 6 hours behind, and we established this. Come to find out that my brain, you're 4 hours behind at the moment due to daylight saving. So, but look, we're here. My mistake, but it's good to see you. How's your day been today?
Not bad. Not bad. It's Friday. Work is over.
Yeah.
Yes. Long week. And that it's funny you said it because that hour we jumped up an hour, so it was just like we lost an hour of sleep.
Right.
So now I'm just now finally getting adjusted to things. So it's like, okay, I'm like Friday, I get weekend, I can relax. So I'm good now.
Okay, good. So we're here today to talk about your experience with MS, like your life, how it is after being diagnosed,
Yeah.
and also to talk about the Black male experience with MS, because it's something that we don't really hear so much about.
Yeah.
And you are one of the first Black males that I've spoken to.
Oh wow.
Multiple sclerosis, so it'll be interesting. So I'm really kind of interested in how you feel, and just the kind of experience that you've been having, even though you're in America, but I think a lot of similarities there, obviously. So when were you first diagnosed with
I was first diagnosed back in 2017. So this year in June it'll be 4 years diagnosed, relapsing remitting MS.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And what type of MS is it that you have?
I have relapsing remitting MS. So far so good. Nothing like the next stage or anything. So far I'm pretty stable. I haven't had like an MR in a while, so I don't really know where any lesions, but
Right.
I'm still at the relapsing remitting stage.
Okay, that's good. How did you come to be diagnosed? What was happening before that?
Okay. It was so weird because it was. See, this is the thing when it comes with men. Men, we don't like to go to the doctors. I always start the story out. Men, we don't like to go to doctors.
Right.
So we, have like, oh, we're a tough guy, whatever. It's nothing. So for a while there, when it first started, my symptoms, it was like numbness in my face. My feet were numb. Both my feet were numb on the bottom, parts of my lip and whatnot. And I'm still not. I'm just like, oh, I got a pinched nerve or something, because at the time I was lifting weights. I was working out, lifting weights real heavy. I wanted to power lift, be a power lifter, and I want to get into competition. So I'm like 32. I think I'm like 32 at the time. And so I'm going to gym and I'm like numb. So I'm not paying attention, like, oh, it's nothing. I got pinched nerve, nothing. So I started to get, like, during my workout, I started to get real fatigued, like real tired. I'm like, what is going on? Am I not getting enough sleep? I'm not getting enough rest. What is going on with my body? So still ignoring it, Natalie. I'm still ignoring it. Nothing. I started to get like shocks down back my legs, my body and whatnot. I started feeling. I'm still ignoring it, Natalie. Not paying attention. So one night, it was just one night, I go to get up. I'm going to the bathroom like 2 a.m. and the whole right side of my body just freezes up. Like to this very day, I remember it was just it was crazy. I don't know if I was having not like what do you call it? Something going on in my body. What do you call it? Like not a seizure or anything, but my whole body's locked up and I fell out the bed. So I go yell for my wife, like, hey, what's like, there's something going on in my body. I don't know what's going on, but I'm wrong. Takes me to the hospital, Natalie. And we get there. They run the MRIs. They run, all the run basic tests, in the ER and whatnot. So after like 4 or 5 hours in the hospital, they go to me and was like, yeah, sir, we didn't really find anything. Maybe you should drink a sports drink. We think you have cramps.
Wow.
I'm like, cramps? What are you talking about? So I know there's something wrong. I left. No later than 5 minutes later, they said, you have to come back to the hospital immediately. So I go back to the hospital. They get me in a room and everything. Like, I'm nervous. I'm scared. I'm like, what is going on? Doctor comes in and she was like, sir, you're diagnosed with multiple sclerosis.
Wow.
So we're just sitting there. It's me and my wife were sitting there. And I'm sitting there like, okay, what the hell? Like, what is that? I have no clue what that is. She starts telling me, the regular doctor jargon, this and this and that. I don't know what she's talking about. But her main thing, you're young, you'll be okay, blah, blah, blah. And like, that was my introduction to being diagnosed with MS.
Right.
And I didn't even realize how much would come with that. And that was just like my start. It was like, boom, here, you're thrown in there. There you go.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
So it was diagnosed that quickly? They just called you?
Yeah. I guess because my neurologist had told me at the time when I got him, he was saying it was pretty aggressive. So it's pretty aggressive. And they started me right out on Tysabri. And I was in the hospital for about a week. And they, I was getting, Sudamedrol and all that stuff. And I just had to be in the hospital. And I'm still in the hospital, not still quite understanding what MS is.
Yeah.
And I did go, like, I started Googling things. Well, I'm a Googler. If I don't understand, if I don't know it, I'm going to Google it. I'm going to make sure I find the information. If I don't know it, I'll go get it. So.
Wow. So it must have been really scary once the realization of what it was.
Yeah.
After you were diagnosed. So how were you after then? Like in terms of realizing what it was, and then just how was your mind and,
See, it's funny you say that because the MS part, like I knew about it. I was doing my research and I was like, I'm out of work. I'm just getting through things. And as the time went along, I didn't quite understand how the MS was affecting my body. Things started to happen to me. And I would read constantly. I would always constantly, I'm reading information, what's going on. And it was so much information out there. And I'm like, okay, what is next? So then I was like, hey, Tim, let's go social media. So I started getting on social media, trying to talk to people, find different groups and rooms and different things like that. And it's funny, my next thing when I did that, it was like, okay, I have this. Do other Black people have this? Because I'm constantly seeing, I'm getting into that. I'm constantly seeing like white faces, white women especially, and it's like, no, it can't be true. And then I thought back, I was like, oh wait, Montel Williams had it. I remember listening when I was growing up, hearing Montel Williams, the talk show host had it. And I was like, well, he's Black, he has MS. Let me check in what was going on with him. Right. And so it's weird. And now as certain things will happen to me, I will understand my body more. That's it, like the fatigue and whatnot, the pain and certain things. Then I will understand more as the years went along. Because my first year at MS, I was like, just whatever they were telling me, I was just taking it.
Yeah.
And that was it. So.
Wow. It's funny because I think a lot of people do that. They Google straight away. Because sometimes there is a period between when you're diagnosed and then when you're actually treated. And then there's like that period you're kind of on your own. And
Yes.
What are you doing? You've got all this time to kind of think and however people deal with that, some people go into depression, you know, and they're scared. And same thing. I Googled and I looked at, who out there that's recognizable has MS, and one of the first people was Montel.
Yeah, right.
And so that's really interesting. That's cool. Okay, so how you say you're married?
Yes.
So how was your wife with this?
It's I forgot, I left out this part too. When they had came into my bed, my room, the doctor was telling me all this information. Though when they initially told me, she just looked at, she was just like, you know what? We're going to be okay. We're going to be strong. You can get through this. And, you know, my wife, very strong woman mentally. And she, you know, she took my hand. She wasn't like, oh, we were crying. We were going, oh, we're going to be. No, it wasn't one of those situations. So I think that really helped me initially when she was like all upset, like, oh, he's going to die tomorrow or anything. You know how, first of all, you get MS. You're automatically going to be in a wheelchair. You're going to die in 2-3 years and all that nonsense.
Yeah.
You know, people say that. But she was just like, no, we're going to work through this. We're going to get through this together. And I think that initially helped me say, you know what, Tim, you can do this. Because I'm a strong-minded person. I won't fold for anything. I'm tough. And I was like, I can do this. I don't know nothing about it, but I'm going to do this. And with the help of my wife. I mean, she's been there since, you know, and she's just, I know it's rough sometimes on caregivers and or also like, you know, you have a spouse. And because they carry some of that too. You know, they have to get, the mood swings and the fatigue. I can't do this or I can't go here. I can't go there. And she deals with that well. She's never complained. So, you know, I like to give props to her. And that really helped me, you know, get through the initial, hurdle of being diagnosed with MS.
Right. So that's really good, first of all, to have someone there that helps.
Yeah.
You know, for you to get through things. When you lost the feeling on the side of your body, how long did it take to come back? Or did it come?
It was weird. Like it happened real quick, and it lasted about 10 seconds. So when I was put in the hospital, they ended up giving me what is that? I was having body spasms real bad. I actually had to go back to the hospital. I kept having them. Like I would have to lay still in the bed, and if I moved a certain way, they would like my hand would be like hard, and then be like it would just go away. So they ended up giving me what was the medicine called? Something with a T, and I had to end up taking that, and they helped me get rid of the body spasms. But I couldn't sleep for like at least a week, and I said you had to up my dosage because it's not strong enough for me. So I had to go back to the hospital, be in the hospital again. Had to give me some medicine, and then eventually they went away. But the body cells, that probably was like one of the worst things happening because you moved a certain way. It hurt so bad. I had miserable nights. I couldn't sleep or anything. Thank God I don't have that anymore. But that was bad, and it was like I said, that came within the first 3-4 months of being diagnosed.
Wow.
So I had a lot of the physical from the door. It wasn't so much the mental; it was all the physical, the pain, all that. Just here, it's like here, Tim, take all this at one time.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So do you take any medications for your MS now?
Yes. I'm on Ocrevus. I'm on Ocrevus right now. I've been on Ocrevus, a year and a half now. Oh, it's pretty good. I like Ocrevus. It's pretty good because I started off on Tysabri, and my neurologist was worried about the PML and whatnot. You can get the brain. I'm not sure what it's called, PML. Your brain infection or whatever if you take the Tysabri too long. Yes. Yeah. So he was like, you know what? We're just going to cut it. 'Cause I was on it for maybe like a year and a half. He was like, no, we're going to go straight to Ocrevus. And so far, Ocrevus has been pretty good. I haven't had any relapse or anything, but yeah, so Ocrevus is working for me.
Okay. So what are you finding are your main symptoms that you have?
My main symptoms are like everybody says, my fatigue, the debilitating chronic fatigue, and it's so hard. And I see people speak about it all the time in MS groups and whatnot. It's so hard to tell someone about how fatigue feels, because before I've been diagnosed with MS, I've been tired, I've been worn out, whatever. But this, I call it a monster. Fatigue is a monster unlike no other. And, you know, there'll be days where I said, I can't drive. I can't put on my shoes. I don't want to get out of bed. It's like my mind is going, but my body is just like, you're done. You're not getting up anywhere. And people don't understand. But people, I hate people say like, oh, maybe you should get some sleep, Tim. I'm like, get some sleep when? I sleep all day and I'll still be like, you know, and I'm like, it feels like you're fatigued, like your body is drunk and everything. Your mind is going, but fatigue just totally takes you over. It's like you're possessed in a way.
Yeah, that fatigue is I have that as one of my main symptoms as well.
Yeah.
It is debilitating when it's really bad.
Yeah.
So it's not good. And it's hard for people to understand as well.
Yeah.
So with the whole thing with, just, you know, get some rest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It doesn't, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so it's been 5 years since you were diagnosed.
Four this year. 4 in June. Yeah, June. Yeah.
And so, like, how's your life now?
I try, my main thing, like when you have MS, it's different for everybody. So you basically have to work with MS around your body, around your lifestyle, how you do it. And currently, like I said, I've been working out. And I've been, I got to a point where I was like, hey, I have to lose weight and get my body right. Because when I first started, matter of fact, when I was first diagnosed, I went straight to working out. They was like, oh, if you work out, you feel good. And it was at first year, I was like, I jumped on it. I was on, no problem, going to the gym, lifting, everything. And then like something hit where I don't know if you want to call it, I had like a depression phase, or I was just real down about, with different things going on with my body. And I stopped for a while. And I could tell the difference with my my symptoms of when with the fatigue. I have pain, different things. My body now I can look back and be like, wow, that exercise helped. Yes, exercise and eating certain diets is not going to cure your MS at all. But what I learned, it will definitely help the symptoms and help you live more of a regular life. Yeah. So with that, I ended up getting a trainer. Shout out to Strong John. He lives in Toronto. That's my guy. So I said I had to basically, work out, eat right. And that's going to help me with my MS, with my everyday things. So now I might have fatigue. I might be down a couple of days or whatever, but my body's healthier and it helps me recover faster, But MS does what it wants. I still have the brain fog, the forgetfulness and all that, whatnot, but you have to be strong. When they say you're a warrior, I don't mean warrior as in warrior, like, oh, you're going to be strong and fight. You don't have to be strong. You have to be strong to a certain extent with MS, but I think it's more mentally strong. You have to accept your body's not the same. You're not your old self, but you have to learn how to work with what you do have, and just to live every day. We suffer. People with MS, you simple tasks you suffer with, and you just got to just keep working. And I applaud anybody, let alone with MS, with chronic illness. We are handicapped. We're trying to get through our day. We have to work. We have to raise kids. We have to do different things with a chronic illness. So like I said, that's where the strength part, that's where it comes from. That's where warrior part comes from. That's what I see.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think especially for people that have, if they're working, they have children, and then they're still having to deal with all of their symptoms, it is really hard. I think the part with exercise as well. I think a lot of people think you have to go really hard, and then you'll overcome whatever whatever the ailment is. But then obviously, like you said with MS, sometimes you just can't. But I think it is good to do something. Work with your own abilities, even if you have to. If you're doing knee ups one day, it's kind of like just kind of slow it down the next day.
Yeah.
Kind of like.
I'm gonna tell you this, like, okay, like I have a program my trainer gives me, my coach. Some days, there have been like weeks, let's say 7-day period, I might get one workout in. But I say, you know what, Tim, I can't be stagnant. Let me go for a walk from Natalie. I'll walk 2-3 miles, I'll walk. You know, sometimes I've been in a flare. I was like, you know what, Tim? Walk. You can walk, you have to do something.
Yeah.
And also I can concentrate too better on my your diet. Your diet don't have to change, you know, you can just kind of help yourself out. If you're not having a good day, you know, I'm gonna watch what I eat and drink my water. There's different things. There's ways you work around having MS and working out and being fit to a certain extent. Like you said, I can't go all out like I was back when I was 18, 19. I could be able to just crush it. Now it's just, when I got my good days, I take advantage of them, and, you know, it helps. So you just have to find, like, certain things with yourself. Like I said, with MS, you got to play, like, little games. You got to find, like, little advantages in your life to take advantage of.
Yeah.
So you know, you won't feel bad, like, oh, I didn't do it. Well, you know what? Slow down, take your time, and just figure out, come up with things. You always have to be, like, some sort of strategy. You know, constantly. You know, like, you ever heard of, like, the spoons theory?
Spoon theory.
Yeah.
I've heard of it. I don't know what it is, though.
Okay, spoon theory. Okay, my sister told me about this. My sister, she was like, let's say you have 12 spoons in a day, right? And it came from the story. I don't know what the story is exactly, but let's say you have like a bank full of energy. Let's talk about that. And you have to pull money from certain places. Like, okay, I have to get up and go to work today. I'm gonna use, like, say, 2 spoons for that. Okay, I gotta, I don't know, take out the trash and clean up. I'm gonna use 3 spoons for that. You know, you have to kind of, like, play with your energy some. You know, hey, I can't go out and go all out and work out and go hard and I have to do this other activities, you know?
Yeah.
We really, me personally, I have to really strategize my day and be like, hey, Tim, set yourself up where you're going to have energy and you don't, you know, just mess up your whole day by being fatigued and tired. And, you know, I have to think like, okay, it's Monday. I got a whole week ahead of me. So I got to kind of strategize so I can get through my week with enough energy and I won't be in pain and whatnot. You know, that just comes with the, you know, just years, just learning my body, learning myself. So you really have to, you know, see how you feel personally. Like I said, for yourself. Yeah.
So it's just like conserving, like, your energy. Someone said, I like that approach. Preserve your energy and strategize. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think also the whole mental aspect of it as well, like with exercise, it really does just helps you think, clear your mind, and just think positively, or just I just think, even if it's, I just think just thinking a lot clearer, more positively, because I think that's that's a good approach to everything. I do. I like meditation. I think that's really good. Yoga, breathing. You know.
Yeah.
Since I was diagnosed 10 and a half, almost 11 years now. 10 and a half years. So 10 and a half years ago. So I like doing kind of exercise before.
Yeah.
But now I do prefer things. I do HIIT workouts, which help my mind, takes my mind off of everything, because you're so you're going so hard at it, you can't think about anything else. But I do yoga and some breathing kind of exercises, because I found that I've developed quite a bit of anxiety. Since being diagnosed, so that kind of helped me a lot. But anything to do with well-being and all of that, definitely.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
Big thing when you have MS, I think.
So,
so it's good to hear. And you've lost weight through doing your exercise. Yeah,
I lost weight. I lost like around 35 pounds now. Wow. Also, I changed up my diet some. I'm not gonna sit here and sit up here and lie. I'm not fully vegan, but I've tried with the approach. I tried like some vegan stuff, plant-based stuff, but I still eat meat. I still eat like chicken and fish, mainly stuff like that. So I know like your diet too. You don't even have to be honest. You don't even have to like work out. If you change your diet some, like even like you say, you just like count calories or whatever. Just make sure you can find yourself within, like a good deficit. No calories, more calories out than coming in and whatnot. So that help. I find out that's helped. Certain foods help me too, but like I said, there's no magic food. There's no magic exercise, but exercise definitely helps. It definitely helps.
Okay, cool. So I know you've spoken about your wife and how much of a support she's been with you with your MS. How have your family and your friends been?
All right. Now my family, it's funny because my biggest, like I have a good, decent circle of people. And it's like my wife, my sister, and my mom. So my mom actually has RA. She has rheumatoid arthritis and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah. So she has. And so, but like I get a lot of support from them, people I can see. But then also I learned, Natalie, so I jumped into that world where at first, there wasn't people who look like me and you. There was no people who look like me and you, let alone not just not just men, but like there were no men, but females. And if there was females, there was like black females, you know? So when I started getting these groups and stuff, I started to meet different people and stuff. A lot of my MS, connections, my people that back me up or online, to be honest with you. They're online. And I could talk to a couple of them guys, and we're here. We understand each other. And that really helps me out. It's not I don't know anybody, and it's funny, I don't know anybody around me who even has MS, anybody in my family who had MS or anything.
Right.
But if I need to go to somebody, I go to these guys. If we have a question, we talk constantly. And it turns to a point where it's not just like, oh, that's my MS, but no, those are my friends. These are my friends that I have, and I've made probably lifelong friends online. So that definitely helps me. But the main person with me, like my wife, she's here, every day. Like my kids get it. My kids understand. They'll check up on me, like, oh, Dad, tired. I'm tired. You don't feel like I don't want to get into all the extra details and stuff. Because I'm tired, or I can't do it that day, or something like that. I just explain to them. They understand that. But like I said, I get a lot of backing from online. That's what I said. The social media is probably the biggest, a real good tool.
Yeah.
And like I said, I urge people, if you don't have anyone around you, you don't have any family or, people like friends or anything, people understand it, go online. Like I said, there's a huge group of people online that has MS.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can meet people, you have the same, we go through the same thing, so that social media has really helped me get through a lot of different things and whatnot.
Yeah, I think, no, I agree with you. And it just seems to be the same thing everywhere.
Yeah.
Things like MS, because I had the same thing. Obviously when I was diagnosed, it took me a while to kind of learn about MS and just kind of get my life together, really get my head around it. And then the next stage is, where do I go to find people that have MS? And I went to a few like local meetings in my area, run by another MS charity, and it was good, but there was no one that looked like me in things.
Yep.
And I think I went to about 3 over the years, and it was the same kind of story. So coming online, do you know what? There is an organisation that I think they're on here. I'm not sure if they're still on here. They're called Shift MS. And
Yes.
Shift MS I love Shift MS. And it's they're very diverse in terms of age and people from different backgrounds, all living with MS, all over the place. And so they were quite a cool place to kind of see people online. And then social media like Instagram just kind of opened everything up. I started the Black and this page. Well, let's just see what will happen. You know, some people find us hopefully with the hashtags and everything, Black MS, whatever. And I've just been so overwhelmed with how many people out there.
Right. Yeah.
That look like me, that look like people that have, you know, that with MS that are just there, and it's just I look at it sometimes. I get DMs with people like, oh my gosh, thank you for starting this group. And through this group, I've found other groups. It's really I don't know how to put it into words, but it's just nice to see other people who are going through the same thing. With the same experiences. But at the beginning of this conversation, one of the reasons I wanted to talk to you was because obviously you're a Black male with MS. And I just haven't had that conversation with any Black men about experiences with MS. So I thought it'd be really cool to kind of get your view, like your experience and how you felt about that, if it's an issue for you, if it's not, some people it's not, you know.
See, like you said, like the biggest thing with that is like what you were talking about is representation in MS. You know, we got represent ourselves. We want to see people like ourselves, let alone, you know, a Black male. So certain things I go through, first of all, is you're young. You know, you look good. There's nothing wrong with you. They see me, you're a Black male. You're fine. There's nothing wrong with you. So then I had certain problems at work. Certain people would say things, you know, they didn't believe I was sick. There's nothing wrong with him. This and that. He's fine. You know, he's pretending. I'm lying about having debilitating fatigue and whatnot, right? I'm lying about that. But you almost get that thing too where, you know, like America and probably other places where, first of all, you're Black, you're strong. You're always strong. You can take that. You can take it. You can, like, doctor. Yeah, that's why some people have issues with, you know, like doctors and whatnot. You're like, oh man, you're fine. You want medicine because you want to use drugs or whatever, right? So you get that. First of all, you're Black, and then you're a male, and you don't see any males with MS at all. Like, there's nobody relatable I can talk to. So it's like you're by yourself. You're alone. You feel like you're like almost like not endangered species, but you feel alone. You know, and it's like, okay, I can't talk to so and so about this and that, and you always have to keep up this thing as a man, first of all, and then like a Black man is you always feel like I'm not. I need to find somebody that looks like, you know, me. And we always gotta, you know, Black, we hold this like, you know, we're proud, you know, we're strong, and we don't want nothing to make us weak. You know, I have my weak times, I have my weak moments, and it's very humbling. It is. And you have to be strong mentally.
Yeah.
So when like you said, you want to see yourself when you go different spaces, you want to be there because you want the information of MS, but it's like you always feel like you stand out. You stand out because let alone you're Black, and then you're a male. Yeah. So you always have these different things like put upon you, like, oh, we expect you to be like this, but you're not like that. You're strong and this and that, and you're always constantly battling. Like, okay, should I suck it up? Should I be tough? It's not that serious, you know. I think just men alone, let alone Black men, you know. And you can't tell people, in like certain communities, where the word is, certain communities, it's like, what? Man, stop being soft. What are you talking about? There ain't nothing wrong with you. You be all right, this and that. And it's like, when you come from certain places, it's like, yo, man up. You be all right. There's nothing wrong with you. But then I learned having MS, like I said, it's mental. Like, it's not so easy to just man up or stop thinking like that or whatever. It's hard. Like I said, it affects my mental also.
Yeah.
You know, affect my mental, let alone all my physical, but let alone my mental. Yeah. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go on.
Okay. But it affects my mental. So you almost sometimes you have like you're in an identity crisis a little bit sometimes. And it's like you want to be like, damn, I'm not feeling good. You're vulnerable, but at the same time, you want to exude like, I'm tough, I'm a brother, I'm black, I'm not, and it's just, you go through that. Like I said, I speak with other black men that, I'm close to, and they was like, yeah, it's just, same thing. And we always have to put out that, like, with like in Spanish, like that machismo, like we're tough and we don't let nothing affect us.
Right.
But at the same time, MS will like, it will humble you. It will like, hey, you know what? Nah, like you have to go through this disease. It sucks you have it, but you have to work with it and accept certain things.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
How would it make you feel to see more black men with MS? What did it make to you?
It was great, because once I found one person, I started finding more, and we started finding out we have a lot of relatable stories. A lot of relatable stories, and it's always like with the MS, like I said, let alone black people, black males get looked over, or like I said, people of color. Anyway, and I found it was refreshing. It was so refreshing. I got a couple of my homies I can, hit right now. We talk to each other, and it's like we don't even have MS. And matter of fact, I did a podcast. One of my friends of mine on here, and four of us did a podcast about, talking about our MS and our experience with MS and whatnot. And they're real similar.
Yeah.
And it's like it's not like you're faking it or people don't think you have it. It's just, it's hard. It sounds stupid, but it's like, it's hard to prove you're actually sick. Because me, first of all, I don't have any, like, I don't use a cane. I don't use a wheelchair or anything. Like, I don't use it. But so it's hard. It's like, what? He's like, what? No, yeah, right. He's, you always get that. You always get second guessed and everything. So it's hard dealing with that. If I get to a point, I don't care what people say. I'm not gonna lie about being sick. But having a group of like brothers, really helps. Them guys really help me. I talk to them guys every day. And like I said, I won't. Hopefully, man, we can meet up one day, do something, get together. But you get comfort, and a lot of stuff I wouldn't say to like my wife. I wouldn't say different people can come out.
Yeah.
We can talk, as men, let alone black men, and just get a lot of stuff out on the table. We just shoot each other a message or do anything, but that really helps having people along on this ride, this journey. It sucks, but it's great to have people along with you, helping you out and talking to you like, hey man, we just kind of help, each other.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's just so interesting listening to what you're saying, and someone in the comments said it's a major identity crisis. I'm feeling the same way, and it really. It is. I think it's something so simple to see someone who looks like you going through a similar situation. It's simple, right? But then it's just a big thing,
Yeah.
When you don't, when it's just not there, and the whole thing you're talking about with how you're seen as strong, and so people don't think you're sick. And then you're having to prove yourself. Why should you have to prove something wrong?
Exactly.
So that it's like you have the whole thing with the invisible illness, where unless you're in a wheelchair or you have a cane, then there's that side of it where unless you have those or use those, people are seeing you saying, well, there's nothing wrong with you. But then kind of the added thing of you being black and people not, so it's like a double thing of people not seeing you, thinking, oh, nothing can be wrong with you. Or I think as it's a long, it's the same subject, but it's a different, it's a whole nother subject. So like, as black women, historically, we are just not, the whole misdiagnosis, we're not taken, we're not heard, when we go to doctor surgeries, and it's just a lot, and there's so much that it's that unconscious bias, right? That I'm just not sure how the system is ever gonna get around that,
Yeah, exactly.
on a level of just being a Black person, but then on a level as being a Black person with a chronic condition, such where it affects us, but then you can't really see it a whole lot, but we're going through it, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's like, too, also, like you said, I think also is the education also. Our people, like here, first of all, a lot of people don't even know what MS is, you know? But then, like I said, I'm specifically talking about, you know, our community.
Yeah.
Nobody, some people ain't ever heard of MS or anything, nobody, whatever. And it's like, when we don't have the knowledge, I don't know if I use the word, it's hard to like sympathize with people, or if you understood the certain things and went with it and understand, like, Black people get MS too. We get chronic illnesses all, and, you know, and all that. We get everything. People, it always seem like Black men, we only get, what is it, like, have like prostate cancer is big for us, like hypertension, stuff like that, you know. But we don't assume MS. Now, for women, I understand. I seen something the other day where Black women get 47% more, you know, MS, and their what's called hits harder when they first get diagnosed, you know. And the thing I don't like about it, I'm jumping around a little bit, is like, people get mad when you say that, like when you say it hits Black people just as harder too, and it's like, we're not saying where it's harder for us and we're better or anything. It's like, you have to recognize that it acts different in these different races, and we're just trying to acknowledge we need different help, we need different care. You know, even in certain communities that don't, like, how could you imagine if you lived in like poverty, you didn't have like the best health care and whatnot, you couldn't get your DMTs, or you couldn't get different drugs and whatnot you need if you had MS. And even if your MS was further along, you know, our communities aren't educated with that. So the doctors are not going to say, oh yeah, Tim, you have MS, we're looking at this. You're just, oh yeah, you're just faking and you're in pain, whatever. Like I said, it's a lot of education, Natalie, and people don't have it, you know? And that's probably come down to the biggest thing with just people and us as our community. It's just, I think alone, we just need to educate us, first of all, you know, the Black community, and then, you know, just, you know, it's a thing. Like, MS is a real thing. You know.
I'm so passionate about that side of MS and just the lack of research and awareness and attention that's being paid to the different groups of MS, and especially Black people with MS, because a real thing that we're going through, and it's just so aggressive in our bodies, and it's but it's just doesn't seem to be any kind of there's little research and but no resolution as to treatments and that side of things. So but again, like, just hearing what you're saying, this is just it's really interesting. I think there needs to be a bigger conversation with Black men with MS, definitely. Definitely. So thank you for sharing sharing your story and your experience, definitely. Is there anything you if anyone has any questions, then feel free to ask in the comment section. There's someone that said, Miss True Tutoya has said, I find people often forget I have MS based on that, and then that further lessens it, because it's also expected that I don't have a bad day or feel bad. Right.
Right.
Definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Tim, is there anything you want to say, or any advice you want to give to anyone?
Just like I said, people, we all fight, you know, we all battle MS differently. And like you said, the thing about it's an invisible, like, we differ, we all differ. All our MS is different from each other. But if somebody knows, you know, if you know somebody who has MS or anything is struggling, like, you have to understand that You got to give us some time. Sometimes it's not our day. We have our mood swings. We have random pain. Just different things happen. But at the same time, like I said, to the people who have MS, we are very strong, resilient people. I have seen we're very resilient people, and it's like sometimes it feels like life. It's like going through life with two hands tied behind your back, and sometimes both legs. You just don't have. But we find a way to make things work. That's where I said the warrior part. That's why I said earlier it comes into it, and I just keep fighting. Like I said, I invite anybody. If you ever want to hit my DM or talk to me anytime, I'm always willing. I'm free to talk to anybody, especially people also coming in who are newly diagnosed. I know it's scary. I know it because I was there. I was there, boom, and it was just like you don't know what's going on, and like if like I said, it felt like your world was turned upside down and you're in a whole different world. You know what I mean? It feels like you're in a fishbowl alone. Because I was fine. Like I was Tim, going through life. I'm young and whatnot, and doing my thing. And it was like, it felt like somebody took a fishbowl, put it in there. It's like you're isolated and you have to deal with that. You can deal with that mess by yourself. But if you have MS and you're not talking to people, you're not communicating, you should, reach out to somebody. I found out too, even before being diagnosed, I found more people and more common things with different people. I met more friends and more people just being sick. And you need that. We need that, especially like you said, in our Black community too. We need to help each other stay tight knit. I seen that, like I said, I see that in different places. I meet different people. I met you. I met you. I seen your page. I was like, oh yeah, but okay, click. Right. It said Black. It said MS Black. And that's all I need to see. Follow, done. And that's all. So, like I said, like I said, you're a Black MS content creator, and that's what we need more of. Some of my other big ones are Myelin, Melanin. Shout out to them. We are Illmatic. We're Illmatic, that one, yeah. And just different stuff like that. And those are like good jumping off points. I met other people, and just like I said, don't give up. Fight if fight if you have to, and just we gonna make it. I like saying that. I like the hashtag we gonna make it. It's gonna be all right. I have had dark days where I'm down. I've had days where I'm not gonna lie, I cried all day because I'm depressed because I was like, where am I going to be 10 years from now? Am I going to be able to walk and all that? And you have those days. Those are given. And I'm not gonna act like, oh, I'm tough, this and that. It's funny you say it because I found out a lot about myself as a male. First of all, you're going to have days like that's MS on your mental. You're not less of a male. You're not less of a Black male for being emotional. You're not not being soft or anything like that. It's like some days you need to get all that out you so you can build yourself back up and be like, you know what? I'm going back in the world. I'm going to kick ass. I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all right. I just wanted let people know you're going to be fine. It's going to be okay. It's going to be tough. Nothing's going to be easy with MS at all. But you can do it. We can make it together. We have a good community. Talk to one another. That's my spiel.
Yeah. This is so inspiring. Really inspiring. I think I know you have to go, but let me just say quickly. I think one of the things that I say about being diagnosed with MS is that it's one of the worst and the best things that's ever happened to me. Worst because it was just complete devastation of me feeling like my life is gone and all of that. But the best thing, because I learned so much about myself and I've met so many people like yourself. So just to kind of mirror what you were saying there, that it's a journey, but you during that journey, because we don't know where things are gonna end, and during the journey, it's kind of like taking the things that you're, the people you're meeting, just everything, just life. You really discover life, I feel like, with things like this. So yeah. So
can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
I love your accent. I know you get that all the time from Americans.
Okay, yeah.
it's the accent for me. I like it because we don't hear nobody like that. So it's like, yes.
That's crazy. Somebody said mentioned Bridget. Is it Bridgerton? That thing?
Oh, the show on Netflix?
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch that yet. I need to watch it yet. So.
Okay, so I think a lot of Americans now are hearing us speak.
Yeah.
If you're black, and they're like, "Oh, you're like Bridgerton," or people. I haven't even watched it, but it's just ridiculous. But yeah, but thank you very much.
Yeah, yeah. I know you get that all the time. Like, what is? So.
Yeah. Okay, Tim. Thank you so much. Thank you. We definitely have to do this again because, like I said, you're so inspiring, and the subject matter with black men with MS needs to be kind of just more, So definitely we'll do this again.
Yeah, like I said, like that's just my story, but I've heard other stories and other experiences.
Yeah.
So yep.
Thank you so much. So where can people follow you if they want to follow you and find you online?
On Instagram, I'm mainly on Instagram. Instagram is VirgoChild84, and just if you have any questions, just follow me if you want to. I'll talk to anybody, but VirgoChild84.
Okay, brilliant. Perfect. Thank you so much. Tim. I hope.
What
time is it there now?
It is 4:52.
Okay, all right. Well, it's not almost 9 o'clock here at night, so enjoy the rest of your day.
All right.
And we'll definitely speak soon. And I'll save this video, so if you want to use it, then you can. And whoever came late, you can watch it again. I'll post it on the page. So see ya. But thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.